Hi, Miss Cat.
Hi, Azan. Hi, friends. How are
Hi,
you all
everybody.
doing?
It's so good to see you, friends. Another Wednesday night. Hey,
That's
Miss Cat, on Sunday, did you hear the sermon? Did you hear Pastor Chris's sermon on Sunday morning?
yeah. He was talking about Paul. Paul's the one who started all those churches and wrote letters about how we could be compassionate and tell everybody that God loves them. It was that was the story, right?
It was, but do you remember before Paul was Paul, he had another name of Saul. So we talked about that a little bit too. He
Oh,
was he
that's right.
he followed all the old rules.
That's right. Paul, he went by both, but we talk about him as Saul back when he was trying to enforce the old ways of being God's child, right?
Right.
He was going around doing that. And then something happened and he had to turn around or go a whole new way and and follow a new way of being the child of God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should we hear that story?
Let's do it. Yes, let's do
And
it. And I remember too that Pastor Henry used such a big, wonderful word, conversion. He used that big word. Let's talk
conversion.
about it for kids here.
Conversion. Convert. It means to take something that used one way and use it a different way, right?
You're right. That's a great way to put it. Thanks. That helps
Okay.
me understand.
Nice. Well, I thought maybe we could read the story out of this. It's more of a Bible storybook, but it
I've
comes
got
from
it.
the book of Acts.
Book of Acts.
Yeah.
I'll show the pictures when you get going here.
Okay. So this is a story about Saul had a change of heart. When someone says something unexpected, we are surprised. And sometimes we're surprised by the way people act. Listen for a surprise about how Paul acted. Paul did not understand the believers in Jesus, this new way of being a child of God. So he asked the high priest for a letter so he could go around and find those people who weren't following the old way of being a child of God and arrest them and bring them back to Jerusalem. And he knew lots of them had gone to this place called Damascus. So that's where he was going to go. So
Okay.
that's where Saul and his men with him were going on a road. But
Okay.
God had a surprise for Saul.
You sure did.
God was going to find a way for Saul to focus and change and turn around the way he thought about what it means to be a child of God. So when the travelers were coming close to Damascus, a bright light from the sky circled all around Saul. And it was so bright that Saul fell down. He couldn't see. And he heard a voice say, "Saul, why are you so mean to me?" And Saul said, "Who are you?" And the voice said, "I'm Jesus." Remember, Saul had never met Jesus when Jesus was walking on the earth as a man. And Jesus said, when you're mean to the people who believe in me, you are being mean to me. So go to Damascus, and there I'm going to tell you about a man who will baptize you. And did you know that's just what happened? But Saul needed the help of his friends because he couldn't see. So he had to go a new way. He had to feel his way around. And sometimes if you can't see, you can smell different, all your different senses, your sight and taste and smell and all of those things change and you start focusing in a new way. And so he did that. And he went to Damascus, and there he had a realization. There's another way to be a child of God. There's the way that all these people who are following Jesus, instead of enforcing rules, he could be compassionate and be kind and take care of each other. It wasn't so much about the rules. So he went to see a man called Ananias, and Ananias was afraid of him because he knew about that enforcing the old way.
Yes.
But God had told Ananias that Saul was coming, and so he baptized him. And from then on, we generally talk about him as Paul because he has a new way of following God. And so we use a different name so we know if we're talking about before the conversion, the change, using the same person, but going in a new way. And Paul.
There's a lot of new things going on in my world and your world and the whole wide world right now.
There really are. In some ways, it's kind of like I can't follow the rules anymore because I don't know what the rules are. How are we going to feel safe? How are we going to know that we're okay?
Yes. What helps us remember we're safe?
Well, Saul had his friends around him.
That's right.
So we can look to our friends who are following the way and be with them. And God helped him, right? Jesus
Absolutely
was with him, even when he wasn't following him. I mean,
that's right.
Jesus knew what was going on.
They were talking to each other in prayer.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And Paul had someone believe him and take care of him. And then he believed and took care of other people.
That's right. Talk about compassion. Ananias showed compassion on Paul. And then Paul, like you said at the very beginning, went out and helped start so many churches and told everybody about the new way and God's love, Jesus.
Being part of that, because that's kind of what our church is like, right? We take care of each other and we remind each other, we help each other. It's kind of the same for us. That's how we can feel safe because we're not alone.
We're not. We might feel it sometimes, but we're not.
It's almost like when he was blinded, he had to focus in a different way, not just on what he saw and not just on his rules, but on everything around him.
Right. When he couldn't see, then his other senses really came alive even more, that he could hear and smell and touch and listen to God more and focus, like you said.
Do you want to do a game about focus?
Oh, sure. Yes. Yes,
okay.
I do.
I put a box on your desk. Don't look. Hey. Don't look.
Okay, don't look. It's just right there. I don't know what's in it, but okay.
So there's a box on your desk with 3 things in it, and you should have a blindfold.
Oh, yeah, I wondered what this was. Okay, I'll take off my glasses and I'll put on the blindfold, and then you tell me what to do. I'll be listening.
Okay.
So all right, here we go.
Trust me, Miss Ann?
Oh, I do trust you, Miss Cat. This is just a fun game, I know.
That's right. So reach into the box, and you ought to find something rectangular.
Oh, okay, I found it. Can you see it in my screen?
Yeah, show it to all the kids. All right. Now, can you guess what that is?
Well, it's really squishy, but like you said, it's a rectangle. Hey, I know. Is it one of those blocks from church?
Yes, it is. Good job.
Let me check. I love the block from church. Okay, let's do another one.
Okay.
Because there's more in this box, I can tell.
Is there something you can hold in both hands in there?
Oh, yes.
Oh, and obviously you're holding it a special way.
Yes, it's got a handle. I'm holding it careful.
What does it smell like?
Oh, hey, it smells really nice. Kind of a little vanilla. Hey, and it's swish. Hey, you made me some tea.
That's right.
It's your cup of tea. Favorite vanilla chai. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, now there's one more thing.
Okay.
This is kind of a big thing.
Okay, yeah, it's long. Oh, and can you hear that? It's made of paper.
And there's writing on it.
Yes, you know what? Can I take my mask off now?
Yes, you may.
I think I know what it is. Oh, yes. You put these are one of my favorite things here. These are some flowers. I told you this story before and you made it work in here. These are some flowers that years ago, almost 10 years ago, my kids' classmates made these flowers. Can I show you the whole bucket of them? Talk about abundance. This whole basket of flowers. I've had these for 10 years and every single one of them has nice things written on them. And it was all the kids saying that they loved me and they were with me and they love my family and they were supporting us when I was going through cancer treatment.
So they were being compassionate with you, weren't they?
They were very compassionate with me. You're exactly right.
So if you're having a bad day or something, I bet you go over and you pick one out and you remember, I'm not alone. I'm part of a community that loves me and cares about me.
That's right. That is a beautiful basket of compassion right there.
Right. And that's a whole new way to be a child of God instead
It
of just
is.
a rule enforcer. Rules have their
Very.
place, and there are going to be some new rules to help us follow these new guidelines for going back to school and being a church and being together.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't change that we're all together and that we can help take care of each other.
Yep, we've got love. Hey, do we have time for one quick funny game before we pray? Okay, I put a few things on your desk. I was really sneaky. So you see a little box?
I do.
Okay, good. So can you find something to be a blindfold for you too?
I don't, but can I just shut my eyes?
Oh, yeah. Sure, that works too. Friends could do this at home. Now, reach into the box and see if you can guess what the first thing is.
It smells like Christmas.
That's
it feels like a shepherd's hook.
Yeah.
It's peppermint.
It's a peppermint
candy cane.
It's the candy cane. Yes.
Yay.
Yes. Okay, now close your eyes again because there's one more thing in your box.
Oh, here it is.
Okay.
Oh, it's a package.
Yes.
Smells like pepperoni.
But don't eat this one. No, don't eat that one. It's for your dogs.
And here's Homer.
Oh, good. Oh, hi, Homer. Oh,
I'm glad I didn't eat that one.
I wasn't going to let you. We're just, because we've got to have fun even during these crazy times, right? We've got to have fun.
Absolutely. And that's a game we could play at home.
That is a really good thing to play at home. You know what, Miss Cat, talking to you always makes me feel better. I love our connection because I know that you love me and I love you. We are both children of God. He certainly loves us. Our church loves us. And no matter what, every day we are together. God is present with us and we can remember and be present with each other. Hug.
That's right. Hug.
Yes. Hug.
Well, can we talk about this some more at Compassion Camp at 7 o'clock tonight on our Zoom?
Talk tonight. Yes. Hope people can join us on Zoom. We're going to send out that, well, we already did, just send out an email to have the Zoom information. And then the most important thing to remember is anytime you want, you can go to the children's page, secondchurch.org/children, go to Compassion Camp, and there are some fantastic videos. They're all really short, fantastic videos that families could watch together to sing, do some yoga, or watch some very entertaining Bible stories.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, shall we close with a prayer?
Let's do it.
Our clap.
Okay. Prayer clap on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dear God.
Dear God.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for being with us.
And thank you for giving us a new way of being children of God.
Thank you for giving us a new way to be children of God.
By following Jesus.
By following Jesus.
Amen.
Amen. Oh, thanks, Miss Cat.
I'll see you in a little bit, Miss Ann.
I'll see you later. See you
Bye,
at
friends.
Compassion Camp. Bye, friends.